Alice Evans was seen smiling as she left court in Los Angeles, California on Friday after completing the final day of her trial with ex-husband Ioan Gruffudd. The British-American actress, 57, wore a black polka-dot blouse and a flowing blue skirt for the final day of proceedings. Meanwhile, Ioan, 52, briefly exchanged a smile with his lawyers but otherwise remained poker-faced as he departed the Stanley Mosque courthouse. The warring exes went to trial to settle the remaining issues of spousal and child support from their decades-long marriage. Just a day earlier, Alice looked tense as she left court in Los Angeles after her ex Ioan secured a win amid their ugly court battle. That morning, a judge ruled that a domestic violence restraining order against Alice will be renewed for 5 years. Striding out of court after the ruling, Alice kept her head held high but appeared to be feeling the strain as she pursed her lips and slung her handbag over her shoulder. She had dressed mainly in black for her day at court but added color with a patterned midi skirt and red lipstick. During the trial, Alice remained calm and subdued as Judge Michael Convey announced his decision, while fantastic four-star Ioan, sitting at the opposite end of a long table, also displayed little emotion. Neither wanted to comment to the Daily Mail after the ruling. On the opening days of their trial that started last week, Ioan recounted a years-long campaign of online harassment and abuse waged by Alice, targeting him and his new wife, Australian actress Bianca Wallace, 33, which led them to seek and win a 3-year restraining order against Alice in 2022. Alice confessed on the witness stand Wednesday to bombarding social media sites with denigrating and false posts about her former spouse and his new wife and offered apologies to both Ioan and Bianca. She told the court how ashamed and regretful she was, and assured Judge Convey that her online trash-talking was a thing of the past. But Judge Convey did not buy her attempts at contrition, citing the multiple times she violated the original restraining order, which called for her to stay 100 feet away from Ioan and Bianca and not to post negative comments about them online. The judge granted the Welsh actor's request to renew the restraining order, and in a 75-minute summing up of the evidence presented over 7 days of trial, he told Alice on Wednesday that she had carried out a concerted, focused, intentional and caustic campaign of denigration aimed at Ioan and Bianca. Alice's threats of force and intimidation caused Ioan to fear for his and Bianca's physical safety, he said. Her pattern of abuse isolated him from his children. Her vow to dedicate her life to fighting him and ruin his career threatened his ability to provide for his children. Ioan and Alice split in early 2021 and went through a messy divorce that was finalized in 2023. Since then, they have been in a bitter fight over money and their daughters, Ella, 16, and Elsie, 12. In April last year, Ioan married Bianca, who gave birth to their daughter, Mila, in November. Judge Convey said he was particularly disturbed by an incident which happened in front of the children where Alice screamed at Ioan at the top of her lungs, and told him she was going to Amber Heard him, and told the girls, "If daddy's creepy with you, let me know." This is harassment, said the judge, who cited another occasion, where Alice disclosed online that Bianca suffers from multiple sclerosis, causing distress to Bianca. This is emotional abuse. This is coercive control, he continued. Of Alice's expressions of regret in the witness box about her harassment of her former spouse and his new wife, Judge Convey asked, "Is it true remorse? I am not persuaded. but it is a positive step forward. He conceded that Alice's online trash-talking has abated somewhat. It's not at the same level of violence or hate. But there has not been sufficient showing of responsibility.